We are live. Happy Monday. Yes, it's Monday. Happy Monday. Not the normal paint your style day. Normally this is a not Friday. It comes out on Friday, but it's a Tuesday or Wednesday stream. This week though is a bit chaotic, and so this is happening today. But I have no footage on my end, so. All right, we are actually live. So, it's been a very busy week, or busy weekend, because I am prepping for Chicago, but I'm also prepping for workshops that I'm hosting. And so stuff's just busy. And because stuff is busy, I just want to sit down and paint this. It's an interesting image this week. There's a person. I don't paint people. It's just not my thing. I don't enjoy painting people. And because it's a paint your style, I'm just gonna get rid of the person. Honestly, I'm just not gonna do the person. I love that I just went to search paint your style instead of photos. Because I need this week's reference on my laptop. There we go. I have the reference now. So it's a person standing on like a cliff. I don't want to do it. Honestly, we're just gonna do like the pretty sunset and the pretty water, because that seems like more fun. And 31 purple fish are out because one, they're what's clean. Two, I just want to use them. Honestly, it feels like it's been a bit since we've done a 31 purple fish only paint your style, and it feels like the right piece for it. So we're gonna do this. So paper. I also have a new roll of painter's tape. So we're gonna see if this has all just been a tape issue. I feel like it probably has. The one thing that's really nice about these 31 purple fish palettes is that, oh, I haven't swatched the newest colors, but they've got the color swatches up top, which means I don't need to pull out separate swatch cards. I've got all my swatches right here. So this should be quite fun. I really like the sky in this. It's like white, but also has a lot of pink and cream in it. And I think this should be quite fun to do. Let's set this up. How do I work this? Do I want this, and this? Sure. There we go. Palette and thing. I'm gonna stick these back here just to prop these up slightly so that I can see the colors easier. All right, let's get into this. So we're gonna start with taping this out and then figuring out what I want to use. I think I'm going to want Moonstar and Dirty Blue and Pink Salt and Eggshell and Sepia Haze, and I don't have a swatch sheet. I do have a swatch sheet. I was just upside down. Very good. This is going to be a swatching as we go video. I feel like. But different pens are inked. I was testing a pen that I wanted to take to Chicago with me, so something slightly different has been inked. The past couple days, this is really crooked and it's bugging me. I think it's less crooked. There. Now it looks crooked from my side, but it looks straight on camera. Oh, the joys of painting for a camera. It's also sunny. It hasn't been sunny in weeks, so I just wanted to get this done today so I could photograph it outside, because honestly, I've been missing being able to take pictures outside. I think I photographed last week's Paint Your Style outside in like the 10 minutes we had sun one day. And that was glorious because it had shimmers in it. This week is not going to be sparkly. It's going to be boring other than the fact that it's really going to granulate and have some fun texture, because other than that, it would just be boring. So let's get into this. Now that we're taped out and I've sort of figured out what colors I want to grab. Moonstar. Dirty blue. Is that really feels wrong? Nope. I want blue jean? Nope. I want this. What else do I want? I want pink salt. Is there a light purple? I want twilight. I need to get a pan of, like a big pan of twilight, because I do really enjoy twilight. I want eggshell. I want sepia haze. I think that's the color palette I want. And maybe winter's gray, which is a much more blue gray. Do I need another pink? I might need a lighter pink. Lighter but still hot pink. Or is that where October, that's where October Rose comes into play. And pink salt is my light pink. Made a serious dent in my pink salt. All right. We have a palette. We have a swatch card. We will momentarily have a pen. I want this one. No, I want the other one. We have a pen. We have one of the white Kawecos. Now, let's get into this. Let's have a sip of tea and let's get into this. All right. Heat gun is plugged in. And let's start this thing. So, I'm gonna do the entire background in one. So the sky and the water, just as a single thing, because I don't want a weird dry line. I think I can probably do this in one dry. We'll see. I want this wet, but not too wet. There's a fluff. On occasion, this paper absorbs a lot of water. Today's apparently one of those days that it is just like absorbing a bunch of water. There's another fluff. Is it this brush that's shedding? It might be. This brush might need to be cleaned. So there's another fluff there too. I think this brush probably needs to be cleaned. All right, let's grab a size 6 and Moonstar. And Dirty Blue. Because I do enjoy how it's, oh, this might be too wet. I want this really moody bottom edge. And it gets slightly less moody as it moves up. And we've got these like everyone's favorite fluffy clouds. All right, we actually might dry it there and leave it there as like a base layer because it's got color mapped in, and then build it up from there. All right, now we are going to go back in with the number 6 and Moon Star. Well, sometimes it doesn't always come together the same way it works in my head. And this is one of those pieces where it's just not flowing the same way it did in my head. Right. And then let's go back up here for the clouds. Let's start a little bit of this gray. Oh. I do love winter's gray for clouds. It's actually probably my favorite cloud color. Because it's just so nice, and like it knows that it was meant for clouds. And colors like that are great. When you find a color that works really well for something, I just like tend to keep using it for that same thing. I'm actually gonna need something slightly peachy. I'm gonna grab a little bit of this. We're sort of reaching a point that I'm worried about overworking this paper before I add in the next layer, because there is still one more layer at least that goes in. All right, let's go back here, because this definitely needs to be pinker. It needs more pink. There. All right. I'm gonna let that dry. Actually, I'm gonna throw in a tiny bit more gray. See what I mean? It just like gives dimension. Winter's gray is basic, but it gives dimension. All right, let's dry this to put it in an island. All right, I've sort of forced stuff to happen in a very specific place because I put this in before I put the water in. Sorry, the mountain zone, the hill, whatever we want to call it. Before I did that, I put in the the pink reflection of where the pink is hitting. So I now need, I might actually have to go in and add some more pink. My pink line is off, but I now need to go in and map this out in gray. We are using my favorite, which is from, this is, whose gray is it? This is Sepia Haze from 31 Purple Fish. It's one of my favorite colors. She doesn't have it in stock very often. I don't know that it was in a palette in 2023. So hopefully it will come back around in 2024 as a color, because it is a truly fantastic color. All right, and now it gets a smattering of little birds. There we go. As paint your styles go, because I ignored the person. It's pretty easy. So let's pull this tape. Oh, nope, still tape bleed. So maybe it's a paper thing. Maybe it's a paper thing. So, color palette this week is Winter's Gray that I've just contaminated with Sepia Haze. That's why I always keep a napkin around, even if I don't think I'm going to use it. Like, even if I've got a paint rag, always keep a napkin. You never know what's going to happen. Or a Kleenex. Like, it can just like be incredibly useful, because you don't want to use your paint cloth to also be like cleaning up or lifting color from your page. That's how you get color transfer. So there's our color palette. And here's a fabulous pen. This is why I grabbed this pen. It's very fits the theme. So we have October Rose. These are all this is Grapefruit. This is Pink Salt. This is Winter's Gray. This is Sepia Haze. This is Smoke Blue. This is Moonstar. It's funny that, so this color was supposed to be limited edition when I got it back in 2022. And I think it's become one of her best sellers. Like, it's such a great color. She was only planning on ever doing one run of it. Like, she didn't think it was going to sell well, and it's become one of the best sellers. And it's a great color. It's one of my favorite granulating blues. So there we go. There's the color palette. There's the piece. So much tape bleed. Clearly, new tape did not fix the problem. So it's time to try new paper, I guess. Which is unfortunate. I really like this size of paper because it comes pre-cut, but it is bleeding quite a lot, which doesn't have as nice of a finished product. So thanks for watching this week's Paint Your Style. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you're participating in the challenges. I don't know if they're going to be taking a break while Amber and Madeline are away. So it'll be interesting to see if there's a challenge next week or not, because I think they leave like Wednesday or Thursday this week. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And let me know what color palette you would have chosen, and if you would have included the person or not. I don't like doing people, seeing as it's a Paint Your Style. He was never going to appear in this painting, but I am interested to see how many people end up actually including the person in this week's painting.